As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. Been spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Been spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise.
Welcome to the Married at First Sight Season 14, Episode 15 review. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Cam. Let's get into this week's episode. The name of this episode is Past Lives and Open Minds, which is the reason why it reminded me of Dangerous Minds. I don't know, like, follow me on this. Like, it just...
I'm making a leap.
I know, it's a huge reach, but it felt like it connected to me. And I haven't heard that song in forever. It brought me back to me being on a bus going to school.
I ain't ride the bus. My
they
mama
played the
took
radio
me.
on the bus. You never rode the bus? Like the school bus, the cheese bus.
I rode it to like football games and wrestling meets, but I ain't ride it to school.
You can tell
My mom
who lived
told
in
me.
the good neighborhood.
Listen,
I'm just kidding. I live in a good neighborhood too.
Being dropped off at school. And did you also know, you mentioned season 15, episode 14. No, season 14, episode 15. Did you realize those numbers?
14 and 15?
Right.
Yes, what about
If you
them?
take 14 and you add it to 15, you get trash.
Anyway, this episode is sponsored by the Jessica Lynn Company. This company will be featured in our commercial break during this episode, so stay tuned for that information. Also, this will be a high-level overview. If you are
Maestro,
new to
you
our
ready? All right.
If you are new to our channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. You know what I'm going to say? This will be a really
high-level overview.
We do not get into the nitty-gritty details of everything that happened in this episode. Please go back and watch the show yourselves if we left something out.
Jada, can you calm down? I don't need to be. Mark, don't touch me. You don't have to touch me.
Don't grip me like that. Also, follow us on Instagram. This is where we post updates to everything and just check in with you guys throughout the week. The @ is running across your screen right now. Run over to Instagram, take a quick pause, do that for us, follow us, and let's keep the conversation going throughout the week, right?
Yes.
Also, before we get started, I want to promote a really high level mention for a nonprofit organization that I think it's really important that everyone should follow. The name of this nonprofit organization is called Battlefield Disciples. And the goal of this organization is to bring hope, resource, and empower individuals and communities that are impoverished, hurting, and hungry, to include children, veterans, and the homeless. Battlefield Disciples is hosting their first 5K virtual race against poverty. So check them out. The link to this organization is in the description box below this video. So check out their events link as well, and that's where you can find the 5K race.
Time out.
It's virtual. You can't say you can't
virtual.
go. It's virtual.
Time out. So if I sign up,
you need a ride. You ain't need no ride. Go.
If I sign up, am I just watching other people run 5Ks, or do I have to get out and run?
So this is why you click the link and get more details about the event.
I'm gonna have to
and
check
don't say
it
you
out.
need a ride to the event. It's virtual.
You know how my
I don't got
internet
the
is
right
set up.
shoes
My
for this
Wi-Fi,
run.
the way my Wi-Fi is set up.
No, I don't got the right sneakers for this run.
I want to see what a virtual run.
I know, this is interesting, so we'll check it out as well. So be sure to check out that nonprofit organization. Let's get into this week's episode. In this episode, the couples retreat has come to an end, and the couples are returning home to Boston as they have 2 weeks to decision day. The show opens up with Jasmina and Michael. They're driving back to Boston, and Mike reveals that his brother sent a message through the medium. Apparently, his brother was in a car that there was road rage going on. And I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at your shape. It's sharp. I was like, yo, this shit is sharp.
It's gonna be a lot of this episode
because there was nothing going on. Okay, sorry. Back to his brother. So he was in a car. The road rage went on, and they shot into the car where Mike's brother was. Mike's brother was in the passenger seat, and then there were 2 other people in the vehicle, one in the back, one driving, and he was the one that got hit, apparently. I don't know what the message was that was sent from the medium about, to the... If you know, drop it in the comment section. I'm interested to know, but I didn't hear it. I was in and out. I'm telling y'all, it was hard to focus on because it wasn't a whole lot going on. The medium said there was a message. I could have swore is what I heard them say. I don't know what the message was, but maybe
she probably didn't say it was. It was a message. What was the message? $250 to find that out.
I'm moving on. O and Katina are back home. They're recapping what they got out of the couple's retreat. O says that he's digging deeper than the surface with Katina. Says that he has a lot to think about, such as if he's willing to sacrifice things such as traveling. Can Katina satisfy him while she's trying to, get her life together with finishing school, having kids. He says he just doesn't know what his answer will be just yet for decision day. That was it for that scene.
Fast forward a month from now, we're going to find out that Olajuwon is with an IG model who got a GED and never been to college. So she ain't got no student loans, y'all. They got 2 babies with 2 baby daddies, but the daddy take care of them.
I'm not doing this. Let's move on to the next few scenes where
she likes working out and neck tattoos.
Where they're showing the couples visiting their past homes and Dr. Pepper's, she visits.
Dr. Pepper, all right.
Don't go there yet. Let's
Sam's Club.
Let's don't go there yet. This will be a spaceship level overview because, listen, I'm not doing this today.
This is the point where me and Kamar almost fell out while watching the show.
We fall out, actually.
I'm laying in bed, open mouth, sleep.
I'm like, are we going to watch the show or you just go sleep? Yeah. Huh?
I need to watch. I don't get...
All right.
How to make a good show. Well, we could just take a show where nobody likes the characters or is interested in the characters, and we do a deep dive into their background.
That nobody wants to hear. So let's get into it. Jasmina and Mike visit their childhood home. Jasmina reveals that her elementary teacher had a large impact on her and filled voids that she didn't even know she needed, and she even influenced her, Jasmina, to be a teacher. Jasmina reads the letter to her younger self about being alone, bullied, and she was not loved by her first stepmom. Her teacher made all the pain and loneliness disappear. Jasmina cries, Michael cries, and apparently they are making progress in opening up to each other. They see each other.
I've seen better shows. Like, I've seen on other shows with, I know, less production budgets, where they would have brought the teacher into the scene. Like, and here she is, Miss Fisk.
Yes.
But no, here.
And then they come full circle on how it all played a role.
Nah.
But that did not happen in the scene. They did a lot of boohoo balling. Mike did a lot of boohoo balling too. And then we're moving right along to the next scene. Let's get into it.
Miss Fisk got an OnlyFans.
It was like Petoskey.
They couldn't find it. Miss Petoskey got her OnlyFans.
I'm done.
How you know the lady was old? She could have been a big sister. She could have been a year out of college. You don't know about Miss Petoskey?
I'm done. All right, let's move to the next scene. Next scene shows Lindsay saying that Mark told her the night before that she's too much, too hyper, and he doesn't find it enjoyable. Lindsay says she needs to find someone else because she does not want to make herself be less for anybody. Okay?
All right.
And that was it for that scene. I don't know, like, listen, you do be a little extra. Tone it down a bit. Bring it down.
I get, you know the vibe I get? All right, name that movie. You ready?
I'm ready.
I just ain't been able to find a man that can handle me.
Booty call.
No. Coming to America.
Oh, okay. Oh, when they was at the club.
Yeah.
That's true.
I just ain't been able to find a man who can handle me.
Booty call, though.
What is on your mind? It's about to be litty.
Let's move on to the next scene. O shows that he lived in the projects. He shows this to Katina.
In my projects?
Yes.
In my projects. In my projects. In my projects.
O shows Katina that he's from the project, and that's why he's so serious about life. Like, he don't like people playing on his phone. He don't like none of that. He says
Being
that's
from
why
the projects does not give you a license to be an ass. Right?
He says that's why he's serious about banging out these student loans, making sure you got your career situated, got your life situated, because he don't want to go back. You ain't gonna make him go back. Like,
right. So I'm out here paying off student loans and banging moms and daughters.
He says, he doesn't want to go back to that life. O says he doesn't like when people play with him. That's why he gets like, he's so strict when people start trying to play him, like with the Dr. Pepper's situation. Like, he's gonna iron that old lady out.
For telling the truth? Yeah, because I'm not playing. If anybody brings up facts,
he says
don't
he's
play that
for
shit.
himself in the beginning of any conversation that looked like y'all try to play him. He is going to set it off.
I'm not going back to the projects. I'm out here being professional. Look at these professional tattoos from my chin down my throat.
Right. Make it make sense. Let's move on to the next scene.
Did you just say making big sense?
Make it make sense.
Oh, making big sense too.
Dr. Pepper stops by to visit Lindsay and Mark. Dr. Pepper asks them what are their struggles that she can help them with. Mark brings up that he called Lindsay hyper during the couples retreat, and apparently that triggered her and got her upset.
That's all it took?
He says that he tells her to stop when she's like being too much and poking him and kissing him on the neck and licking him on the neck. He don't want all of that, and he tells her to stop, and she says that she takes it like it's a little jokey joke, like stop, but give me more kind of stop. Those stops?
Yeah, and everyone I've ever met has said when somebody says those kind of stops, then you stop.
No means no.
Yeah.
So
no, Your Honor, but she was saying no.
She thought it was a playful stop.
No, stop, no, no, stop.
Yeah, he says stop means
touching
stop.
people.
So she said she didn't know that he was being for real. Lindsay says that her wall is now up with Mark, and she just doesn't think that he is the right guy for her. She can't get Mark's attention for 5 seconds. He stay on Snapchat, IG, Instagram, TikTok, text messaging. She just can't get his attention.
Be more interesting.
That's one way?
Yeah.
That is one way. You can't refute that. Patrick be on TikTok all the time. All the time. Sometimes I do have to be like, yo, can I tell you something? And you be like, what do you want?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you want? I be like, never mind now if you gotta act like this. Out there watching these people do all kinds of foolishness on TikTok. But we are, 11 years in? I don't care.
Ain't been that
long.
long.
As long as you ain't harassing me.
11
years together. 10 years. Okay. 2012. I'm sorry, my math ain't math. Anyways, she says that she wants someone that will lean in and enjoy her hyperness, enjoy trying new foods, because he doesn't. He says he does, but not as much as Lindsay wants him to try new stuff. He says that he needs to take everything overall in bite-sized pieces. Let him get there.
Yo, and that's it
for that scene.
I say this all the time, but this is an actual time where it's in a literal sense. Why do I have to try all these new things?
He was trying salsa. He never had salsa before.
What you eat don't make me
okay, thank you.
No. Like, why? Don't get out of my plate. I can eat what I want. I'm grown.
True. Facts, but she wants to broaden his horizons.
Okay, well, you eat the octopus and I'll watch you eat, and then we'll have a story still.
Mike and Jasmina pull up to his childhood home. Mike says he thought he would have more, anxiety coming here, visiting his old home, but actually it brought back good memories, good thoughts. They visit the park across the street where him and his brother would run. Mike reads the letter to his younger self about telling himself to hold his mom a little bit longer, spend more time with her, cherish the last few moments with her.
Right.
Yeah, it was getting my eyes started to sweat. That was it. Steve brings Noy to his childhood home. Steve's parents still live there. He gives her a tour of the house and then takes her out back, shows her the backyard driveway he used to have out there where he would steal the car, sneak out and steal the car. And he told her that he would put the car in neutral and then roll out and then turn the car on. She was like, is that a game y'all would play? He was like, the mom was like, that's how they would turn the car on so we didn't hear them. She was like, and the mom was like, we still heard them though. We know they was sneaking out. But no, how basic. Like, how you don't know?
I know it ain't her looks. And she ain't smart either. How did she get on the show? Where did y'all get these contestants?
I know.
What line did y'all go to and be like, hey, I want to be on the show?
Steve takes her back into the living room, plays like a little demo for her of some music that he used to make back in the day, because he does make music. He says that everybody in the city was hitting that music. Mom was singing along.
I had CDs on burner too.
She was Donda West and Genius on Netflix.
No, this dude, you remember the CDs that used to come in stacks of like 50?
The blank ones?
Yeah, and then you burn them.
Yeah, he said he used to burn CDs for people and make a little.
Not burning those CDs.
He be out here with them little diamonds, and he was getting it with the sun. Mama was in the
he matured into more of a reggae beat. Now he lives in the back of his car.
It was giving Sean Paul, shake that thing, Miss Annabella, shake that thing, yeah. Joanna, shake that thing, yeah. Jordy and Rebecca, homage. That was. I gotta do it now. I never went this far.
Shake that thing, Miss. Kinda shake that thing, Miss. Annabella, shake that thing, yeah. Jonah, Jordy and Rebecca, woman, get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop to the beat drop. Just keep shaking it. Sexy ladies from par with us, and not the car with us, we now war with us. In the club, them want flex with us, to get next with us, them want vex with us.
Next scene shows Lindsay taking Mark's cat, JC, to the vet to get checked out. Mark was going with her as well too. He has a sore on his eye, 2 on his back. The x-rays came back. Stuff on his lungs.
That was horrible.
What?
That cat was messed up. Like,
what
the cat was messed up. Oh. Like, it's physical. No, you didn't say anything.
I thought you were saying something I said. I'm like, what I said?
No. I'm just saying the cat, like...
He was going through it.
Did y'all need to do all them tests? Like, I could look at the cat and tell...
He was done.
He came
and to me, the cat seemed like he was, like, cuddling Mark,
was...
right? Yeah. Like, you know how most cats be like...
Yeah, he was like, bro...
He was like really trying to cuddle Mark in the last few minutes. But then I was like, yo, Lindsay... bag back. Like, let the man have his moment with the cat. She's like bundling the cat up. She's turning the cat.
Move it.
Like flipping the cat.
Let my cat die.
He is sore. The cat is sick. You handling it.
Aggravating.
Like, bag back. Let Mark have the moment with the cat. Good God. And
she can't.
She have to be
extra.
Oh, I was like, that's all I got for that scene. Patrick started crying. He walked out the room, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all everything. He was in there crying. I didn't see the tears drop out, but he was crying, y'all. He couldn't take it. It'd be about them animals. If you want to see Patrick get choked up, somebody treat an animal bad. You done. And watch military people come back for more. He over. He will fall apart on you. That's his weak spot. Oh, and also let him watch people be on those American Idol challenges and get the buzzer. You go to Hollywood, he will fall apart on us, you guys. Everything else, he tearing you down, chopping you at your knees. But this, he won't fight. See, it's true. He can't even tonight. Let me hurry up and get out of here before he say something.
Deceitful.
And with that, let's take our commercial.
Get your hands off.
Let's take our commercial break. Come on, Jessica Lynn. Let's see what you could do, baby.
Maestro.
This commercial break is sponsored by Jessica Lynn Music. For anyone planning a wedding, Jessica Lynn is available for piano services starting January 1st, 2023 through January 1st, 2024, anywhere in the United States for free, as long as you pay for her travel expenses, to include travel, boarding, and food. That's it. She will come and play anything of your liking. Jessica Lynn is classically trained since childhood and has been playing the piano for 25 years and have played particularly for weddings and other special event venues for over a decade. She can read music and her strength is playing by ear. She can play music ranging from traditional to popular hits to oldies and classics. Let's take a quick peek at her talent.
Them digits is bad.
Come on, get
You dance like you come over here and put your hands in.
Get in it.
No, that's where your hands are supposed to be. No, Kamar, you're the girl. I'm here. Yo, you can't. How does this feel? Down here.
Trying to lead, look.
Is it this? Dance. What? Jessica Lynn also has vocal samples if you'd like for her to sing at your wedding or reception. She has an alto jazz style similar to Diana Krall, Sade, or Norah Jones. Check out her YouTube channel. It's Jessica Lynn, and visit her Facebook page. The links to her channel and her Facebook page are located in the description box under this video. If you would like your company featured here on Couples Couch, hit me up at the email address running across your screen right now, and your company may be featured right here on Couples Couch. Let's get back into the show. Katina brings O to church. Notice she didn't bring him to her house to see her house, because everybody's supposed to bring you to the childhood home. She brought O to church to show him that this is the place that she felt that she spent most of her childhood. She said she has a lot of fond memories there. That's where she met her first best friend. That's where she got her purity ring.
Katina got a real mama.
Prayed for her mom to, overcome breast cancer. So that was pretty much that scene.
That's why she didn't go to her house. Remember, because Katina lives with her mom.
Yeah, and I guess she didn't want anybody to see what that house looked like.
And no, don't put that on her.
Oh,
her mom don't mess with you're not going to treat my daughter like it's over forever. You can finish out your little show, but him and his neck tattoos ain't coming to my house.
Child.
Take him to the church. That's where he need to be anyway. That's the conversation that
Holy
happened.
water on him. All right, let's move on to the next scene. Noi and Steve go to a dance class. We can clearly see who has the rhythm from who don't in that marriage. And, this is no shade, because y'all know Patrick got more rhythm than me. I can finesse the chair dancing thing. But, when, like you said, when the feet hit the ground, it just don't compute. Noi says she loves dancing because she wasn't allowed to express herself when she was younger, growing up. Noi says that's the reason why she holds on to her social media so tight, is because she's trying to hold on to her independence as an individual. Steve says he's not trying to stop her from expressing herself, but she needs to be mindful of his feelings on the stuff that she posts. I hope that was received.
Your social media is your independence?
These people will tell you anything. I would have been like, girl, bye. Bye.
What?
Like Nene leaves. Bye.
And this work with people, because the whole relationship would have came to a stop.
Because
it wouldn't even be about the social media. Like, you really think I'm that dumb that I'm going to accept that excuse?
Exactly. No.
This is a problem. You disrespected me by thinking I'm that dumb.
Dr. Pepper stops by to visit Jasmina and Mike. Jasmina says that her and Mike have not had conflict for a very long time. They seem to just, if they have an issue, they just really just talk it through at this point. They talked about having kids in a year and a half. Dr. Pepper says, what are they doing now to try to have kids? Are they showing any type of intimacy towards each other, holding hands, doing anything? And they were like, no, not yet. We haven't gotten there yet. That was pretty much it for that scene.
Then why are we talking about kids?
How you gonna get kids if you ain't even holding a man's hand barely? He
Yeah.
said he was holding her hand in her sleep. Remember that?
Yeah, he snuck one in on me.
I'm done. Noi and Steve are at home. Noi says that she's ready to read the letter to her younger self. The letter says that she felt like she really didn't have a real childhood, and not being able to express herself made her feel like she couldn't open up. She said she felt like she was a burden for her parents because they worked so hard to take care of her and her siblings. High level, spaceship level overview. That's what happened in that. Next scene shows Lindsay taking Mark out to the woods. She's supposed to take him to her childhood home. She takes him out to the woods to show her where she liked to hide and play. It's giving Pet Cemetery. She says this is what she did as a child because she felt like her father wasn't home a lot and her mom just wasn't connected with her and stuff. So she would just come out there in the woods, do projects where she could be at peace and do crafts.
So it's always been everybody else.
She writes a letter to her younger self.
It's always been everybody else, forever.
Since the younger self. Yeah, the younger self was saying that's what it was.
If it's everybody else,
it's gotta be you.
It's you.
It's you.
I'm not crawling under this tree with you. That's the kind of stuff, like, why are we in the wood? Okay, you didn't, like, we couldn't have gone to a Chuck E. Cheese or a McDonald's. Like,
right?
Oh, I used to look forward to Big Macs. You can't come up with a better story.
Took him out to the, and Mark was like, nope, I'm not going in there. Dr. Pepper stops by to visit Steve and Noi. Noi says she has had moments where she didn't open up to Steve because she felt like she couldn't express herself. I feel like they say one thing and then they run with it hard in the episode. So her thing clearly this episode is that she couldn't express herself.
So that she could keep her social media.
She said she didn't feel like it was a safe place for her to express her feelings to Steve. But you brought up a good point when we were watching. You're like, but she felt safe enough on day 3 to say, I love you, or I'm falling in love with you.
And then got mad when he didn't say that.
She said that.
But now you don't feel safe to express yourself.
And says that she feels afraid because she was afraid to open up. They talk
it's like
about
you're afraid to wash off that makeup at night.
Stop. They talk about Noi not wanting to give up her place to move in with Steve. Dr. Pepper then reveals that this is her second marriage and she actually lives separately currently from her husband of 16 years. Dr. Pepper, I'm going to need you to approach the bench. Because how is you going house to house, giving visits, telling people what they should and shan't do in their marriage, but you don't even live with your own husband? I have so many questions. Why you don't live with your husband? Where he live at? Where you live at? How did y'all get to the point that y'all don't want to live together?
She don't live with her husband, but his girlfriend do.
You got a point.
Like,
she said in her first marriage, which was 23 years of marriage, they lived together and they raised kids. So that's why they lived together. But this marriage, she does not live with him.
So you've been in like 1.5 marriages? And you out here an expert?
She got a piece of marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't no way this man.
How are you telling me? I'm not listening to the first marriage you was in didn't make it.
And now the second one.
You part-time. You in the marriage reserves? 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year? I stay over there like on a Friday or Saturday once a month.
No.
And then like we go on vacation for 2 weeks.
How? Dr. Pepper, you should not be giving no marital
Wait, do y'all
advice.
work in separate locations? Or y'all both live in Boston, just choose?
They should have turned the table and be like, Dr. Pepper, we gonna have to give you some advice.
Don't let Elijah won't find out.
Because him and Dr. Pepper's is already on
Dr. Pepper, Dr. Thunder, you knockoff expert. Can't even imitate Dr. Pepper no more.
No.
You gotta change everything. Your husband, he can keep Dr. Pepper because that sounds like some pimp ass stuff going on over there. Yeah, I'm married, but you know, the old lady don't live with me. She got her own little spot over there.
Not the old lady.
She don't be messing with me, you know. I be over here doing my own thing.
I can see like the black vibe on the side of them.
Yeah. Man, she usually call before she come over here. She don't like when I get on that dark.
Mark visits his childhood home. This is where his mom and dad lived. His dad passed away 2 years ago, Mark gets really emotional in the driveway. I just think memories are flooding back on him, thinking about it all.
That wasn't emotion. He started making calculations.
He was house away.
Because Lindsay got a good job. She got a little cheddar. We on the south side. Mark started thinking, how much can I put up to make this heifer buy this house and this land so I can move into my childhood? And
he did want to move in there. But the part that was funny to me was where he said he remembers that his mom would stand in the doorway and watch his dad sit in the driveway, his dad would sit in the driveway watching cars drive by and would wave. And his mom would be like, they don't want to see you wave. Like, she would yell at him saying that.
Lindsay.
And it just brought me back. Is it the Temptations movie where they're like, did nobody come to see you, Otis?
Yeah. Or the 5 Heartbeats. I don't know, same movie.
Which one it is? Drop
same
it in the
actors.
comments for me. It's the same 5 people.
Yeah, they usually play it on Saturdays right back to back.
On BET. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Nights like this,
I wish raindrops would fall. I know who it is. Y'all, drop it in the comments for me.
Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. I still got it.
Okay. So that's pretty much what that scene was about. We didn't really say much about the scene, but that's what it was all about. And he was trying to convince her to, like, maybe they should move into that home, like you said earlier.
That's what you got. And he also couldn't believe that they changed the landscaping.
Yeah, he was like, this is all dirt.
No. We had bushes.
Over here.
Where the bushes at?
This is all concrete. It's throwing me off.
I mean, it looks good. But they changed it. But it looks good.
In the final few scenes of this episode, Dr. Pepper visits O and Katina. O talks about how they get in arguments, but can forgive each other and learn from it quickly. O says that Katina has 2 years left to complete her bachelor's for schooling. So if she has 2 years left to complete her bachelor's, don't it only take 2 years to get your bachelor's? If you've already had your A.
That's what he's saying. He's like, yo, y'all don't understand. She just started class. She went to orientation last week.
Right? She didn't even take any prereqs yet.
Yeah.
Like, she
New Hampshire University. NEU.
Stop. So she has 2 years left to complete her schooling.
She just called the dude back.
The counselor.
No.
Oh.
Get off the couch. What are you doing? You're not doing nothing anyways.
That was the commercial. Listen.
You just get off the couch and call.
Why don't you call? What are you gonna say? You're gonna call tomorrow? Today?
Just get up and call.
You're not doing anything anyway.
Katina was like, yeah, I am an adult. I know how to shop.
That was Everest University. Is that university still around?
Yeah. Now you put it Everest, all you gonna find is
the dude with that.
Yeah,
he looked like he was
cruises,
by some apartments in that episode.
That's what he was out recruiting. That's what he was talking to the people in the apartment. Come on, you ain't doing nothing anyway. Put your hot pocket up and come on to Everest.
That commercial had us
knowledge is power
in the chokehold back in the day. We used to quote that like none other. That was a good commercial.
Yeah.
That's marketing at its finest.
Yeah.
All right. So,
hope you don't got a degree from Everest.
Probably got it paid off because it's probably null and void. You know how they pay off those loans when they realize they ain't no good?
They start interviewing a random 100 people from your...
They're like, we never got jobs after.
We tell people, I got my doctorate from Everest. So like, they made you pay for that?
Stop. Okay, so O says he doesn't want to see her overwhelmed, and having a kid will overwhelm her too, trying to do all that at one time, finish school, have a kid, satisfy him, keep him happy because he's high maintenance, she said. O says his advice to Katina would be lock in, finish school, better yourself, and say no on decision day. And that was the end of episode 15.
No. Hey, I'll support her.
No, he ain't had no time to support you. Go finish. Go do you. Lock in.
Come on. I want to
say no to me.
I want to have kids. Aye. Check it out. You go off, get into school. We'll break up so that you can finish school and then come back and then we'll have babies.
Right, but I'm gonna do me in the
Cause
meantime.
he said I ain't going nowhere. That's what he say.
He ain't gonna go nowhere because he gonna add her to the tally.
Yeah.
I ain't never been with a baddie. She can also add it to the tally. Anyways, that was the end of episode 15. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Do you think Owen Katina gonna make it on decision day? He already told her what to say.
The whole show.
He already told her what to say. Also,
tears in his. What are you crying for? We know you ain't like the girl.
He feel bad for telling the truth. I hate to be the one to tell her. I hate to be the one to do this to you.
I really think you should choose yourself on decision day.
Choose you,
boo-boo. Because I'm going to choose me. All right, y'all. I'm out.
Wait. Before you go, please click the like and the subscribe button. I'm crying. Please click the like and the subscribe button to support our channel. We thank you guys for riding with us, rocking with us, even through this dry season. We really thank you for watching, and we will see you in next week's episode. Bye, everybody.
Deuces.